If you drive a lot, it's pretty common that you're going to be doing a lot of loading and unloading of items from your trunk. What I want you to keep in mind is what it feels like the moment you get out of your vehicle. If you've been driving for a while, probably a little bit stiff, a little bit tired. The one thing your body's not going is, hey, let's go lift something. I'm not thinking that you're going to do a lot of warming up and stretching in that short little walk, but I do want you to think about minimizing the demands once you get here. So let's talk about what that looks like. First of all, also keep in mind that sometimes what will happen when you're driving is items will start getting farther away from the rear end of the trunk here. What some people will do, if you know that you've got heavy items that are gonna have to be lifted out, and you've maybe only got one or two, some people will put either empty suitcases or some other boxes or whatever behind it, so that once you get to your location, the items are located as close as possible, which makes it as easy as possible for you to pick it up. The first thing you're going to want to do is you want to get the item as close as you can before you pick it up. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to build a bridge. I'm supporting my upper body weight with my arm. I'm going to grab it and I'm just going to slide it as close as possible as I can. What I'm also thinking about is how do I really make this as easy as possible is to minimize the actual lift as much as possible. What that allows me to do is actually take this and have it supported by the vehicle for as long as possible. I haven't even lifted it yet. And in fact, with this particular load, I'm gonna be able to just walk away without doing a lift at all. If you do find that a lift is gonna be necessary, there's just a couple of strategies. Number one, you're gonna wanna get as close as you can. And in this instance, I'm actually leaning against the back of the car. Now again, if you're in a suit and it's a dirty car, you maybe just going to leave a little bit of room there. But what that does is if I start to lose a handle on it or I start to lose control, what's going to happen is if it pulls me forward, I've got some of that weight pulling me towards the vehicle and leaning into here rather than it all going on my back. If I actually do have to lift it, if I'm not able to support it here, I just want to make sure that I'm maintaining the natural curves of my spine, keeping it as close as possible, and letting the stronger muscles of my body be able to do that. So again, when you're lifting from a vehicle, you want to make sure that you get as close to the back end as possible. You want to make sure that you are as close to what you're lifting as possible, and you want to keep it close. You want to maintain the curves of your spine, and you want to, as much as possible, build a bridge to be able to support some of that weight as well. Again, biggest thing to keep in mind, this could weigh a pound, 2 pounds, or 3 pounds. It's not necessarily just about the weight of it. It's what was the condition of your body and how prepared was it for a lift when you got out of your vehicle, and then what is the technique and the strategy that you use when you're ready to get it out. Want to learn more? Check out these other videos next.